Hi there, you've just bought one of these. A Ring stick-up camera battery is what they call it. Strange name, isn't it? It looks like that, but you're thinking, what on earth do I do? Because I want to fix this to a wall. I don't want to be sat on top of something. Don't go anywhere, I'll show you exactly what you've got to do right now. It shouldn't take very long at all. Let's do it. I couldn't have said it better myself. So here we are, folks. This is the phone. So first of all, what you need to do is you twist here to move that mark there across to there. Can you see that? Just twist it. A little bit of pressure, not too much. And then the whole bottom unit comes off. Now in here, we have the battery, which we can then remove and we can replace by pressing that button there to remove the battery. And then we'll have to take this strip out in a moment to activate that camera, but we can remove the battery. This is the same as on the Ring doorbell. Okay, next up we've got this going on. So what you need to do is get a screwdriver and just drop in there. Really dead easy. So just unscrew it a few turns, no problem whatsoever with that. Okay, so that thing comes out. Okay, so you're now able to remove that and the screw will come out there. So far so good? Right, okay. Next up, we can then, on the back of the device here, there are a couple of stoppers. So what you can do is unplug one of those, either or, it doesn't really matter. And what you'll see is the screw that we just took out fits that one, okay? So now what we can do is we can effectively, this one here that we took off to start with, do you remember this? Just goes back in there, look. So we can put that one back in here and twist it into the lock position. And then the stopper we took out of the back, we can put that in the bottom. So that's going to keep the whole thing nice and watertight. Okay, so now we've changed the housing on the back. Okay, so what we now need to do is take this unit off here, because this is going to have to go to the wall. So you just pull down and that plastic unit comes out. Okay, absolutely as easy as that. Okay, now what we'll then do is, if this cardboard box is my wall, I'm going to mark 2 holes on the wall there, 1, 2. Okay, mark 2 holes, bump bump. I'm going to put raw plugs in. I'm going to screw that in place, so that will then be fixed on the wall and it will say up, and the flat side is touching the wall. That makes sense, don't you? You can remember that. If it was the other way around, it wouldn't go on the wall. So the flat side goes on the wall, okay? Then what we do is we screw this one through here, which I'm going to do right now, into there, and you'll see that it's ridged. So there's little ridges. So you want to get that aligned so that that is up, as they say. Okay, just turn it around till it's up. Didn't quite go there. You can, of course, let's have a look. Let's see if we can get that in there. Let's have another go. Let's have another go. So I'm going to drop that in there. Make sure that is saying up. It's a bit funny how it doesn't quite want to align. Okay, there you go. That's the way it is. It's like a little bit wonky. Don't quite get that. You can turn it though. You can turn it. So you can twist it a little. You apply a little bit of pressure again just to twist it to make sure it's aligned. And now I'm going to screw that one back up. There. So we end up in that situation, okay? Now you can actually apply a little bit of pressure there to be able to maneuver that and put it into whatever place you want, okay? So here we are, folks. Just been out and got my McAllister cordless drill. Check out my video review for that. And I've got a couple of really dinky little raw plugs, that sort of size there, not very big at all. And a couple of even dinkier little screws. You think, wow, that's just too small, surely, Steve. But actually, when you think about it, what you need to make sure is, so that will go on the wall like that. The raw plug, just to show you, will be drilled into the wall. That then will sit over the top, and then these screws will be screwed in. So if you look, they fit there perfect. I don't know if you can see that, they fit perfect. They don't go in that far. Actually, there's not a massive amount of weight to this really, if we're honest, okay? So let's show you me drilling this quickly. I'll mark it up, got a pencil in, hold that against the wall, mark through there onto the wall, drill 2 holes, screw these 2 in using a little screwdriver. I don't think this one will fit, I think I'll need a smaller one. Well, that'll fit using that screwdriver. And then we can then, all we'll need to do is slot that in. But first of all, I've got to just take that battery protector out, the little plastic strip. So let's get and put it onto the wall. Little tip for you here. This drill hasn't got a gauge to tell me how deep to drill. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take my raw plug, put it on there. I'm just going to mark around there with a pencil, just a line on one side of a pencil. Might seem crazy, but what will happen is when I start drilling and that goes spinning around, I'll see the line as clear as day. That'll tell me when to stop pushing, because the hole will be deep enough. So here we are, folks, outside. This is the location. I put the unit, the plate that I'm going to attach to, onto the wall, and with a pencil mark 2 holes, take that off and just make them a little bit bigger so I can clearly know where I'm going to drill. Okay, straightforward so far. So now I'm just about to drill and I suddenly have a thought, hang on a minute, let's put some light eye protection on. And that could be something like just a pair of sunglasses or something to prevent dust or particulate going in your eyes. Let's do that right now. Back now with the sunglasses on. Drilling the first one in, so a little bit of pressure. And I'm drilling it into that mark that I put on the drill bit. And then do the same with the second one. So this drill ideally will be on hammer action and we'll have a masonry bit on it. Give it a quick blow, try and get rid of anything there. Little fly just landed on the wall there, folks. So now I put the raw plugs in. I'm just getting a tap into place. Little hammer might be handy with that little rubber hammer or something, or just like I did, just the end of the screwdriver, just to make sure that those raw plugs went in. Little tap, not very much at all. And then it's time just to screw on that base plate. Dead easy this, so of course just line her up, screw it in, 2 holes, thanks very much, 2-second job. So that's the first one done there. You haven't got to screw it in too hard, just so it feels, you know, relatively firm, pretty straightforward. And then the second one, how long is this taking to screw this one in? What, 10 seconds? Not even that. No rush, no race. And of course, if you do position it in the wrong place, you can always just take it all off the wall, put it in somewhere else, fill in the hose. Not the end of the world. So don't be frightened about doing this. Have a go, folks. Okay. So here we are with the unit. I've taken the bottom off now. Just unscrew that. And slide out the plastic protector, so the battery is now activated, and then just screw that base unit back on again. You'll hear the unit activate now, a little tone. Let me zoom in a bit now and just show you how you have to align this base plate up. There's just on either side, there's a couple of little nodules that stick out. And then what you have to do is to basically get those over the top and then push the whole unit down. So push that base plate down onto the rubber one that's attached to the wall. And then you can adjust and look more cheery than me as you walk away. Right, folks, so that concludes the installation of that. It's installed now, not like that, but it's got, as per that photo there that I just took, it's installed with the standing unit with the attachment unit on the back of the camera, which is what we all want. Now you can fine tune it, it can move, you can move it a little bit, so get it kind of near enough, and then when you've installed it all, you can then fine tune when you've got the app up and running. When you come to install that app, you'll think, oh no, I need to scan a little barcode. That barcode, yeah, it's just under my finger there. It's also on your packaging. So don't worry about it. If you've installed it, you come back in, you sit down, you want to install your camera, you can do that using the barcode on your packaging, or it might be included on one of the leaflets inside. Hope you enjoyed that. Please subscribe if you can. Check out my Ring doorbell videos for installation and tips and things, all to do with those, because these are great products. And also, I'll tell you a little bit about battery charging. This uses the same battery as the Ring doorbell, so if you've got 2 units, I would suggest getting 1 spare battery and rotating it between the 3, so you can make sure all your devices are charged up and ready to go. Catch you guys on the Ring Schming flip side. I couldn't have said it better myself.